So last night, I finally got to talk to one of the girl visitors. She is really scared, always scared. She doesn't get to sleep. She feels like she's being spied on. I don't know if that's because that's how I feel. Everybody feels that way. I'm not really sure. Or if she's actually has somebody who's watching what she's doing. But there's somebody terrorizing her all the time, scaring her, saying mean things. Someone's accusing her. She has no job. She basically has given up everything to try to maintain doing this, like paying attention, trying to contribute or help any way she can. But it's really impossible whenever she has endless things to overcome herself every second. That she's struggling in her own life every moment, not just what she hears, but how she feels. She feels like shit, scared, has terrible feelings, feels like nobody cares about her or knows her, which I know people care. We just don't know who she is. But I know the more we think about her and talk about her, and eventually I might be able to get her name. But we were thinking a part that we're missing is being able to talk like real people do. So we might be able to try that. I know she doesn't have any money. So if you have any way that you could donate or contribute money to help. I started a business, so I haven't done anything with it. But I have all kinds of ways you can invest or contribute or donate money. And I'm going to try to get money to her and to other people. Oh, they have nobody to, talk on their behalf. And they also have somebody interfering with their life. A lot of them have their phones hacked, or they have no access to social media. They have no money, no access to internet. A lot of them don't even have phones at all. Just because that's how I've had to live a lot doesn't mean that visitors have to. And just because I've had people, hacking my accounts, it doesn't mean that it's the visitors doing that. They're just bystanders. They know of it happening. It doesn't mean that they're the ones doing it. So I don't know why people are terrorizing them or trying to destroy their lives. Just because there's people that have been doing that to me doesn't mean that it's them who's doing it. They actually are just mildly aware of the idea of it happening to me, or they've witnessed it happening to me. They know of it happening to Cody, but they're not the ones responsible for it. There's something going on, like people are taking it upon themselves to try to punish them, or, threatening them with ideas of prison or even being killed. And that is not the situation that we're actually in. The people actually need a lot of help. Not just with money or their lives, but with their emotions. Their minds are being hurt. There's actually someone trying to take them over, giving them thoughts, forcing them to think things they don't want to think, forcing them to feel feelings they don't want to feel, telling them things that's not true, things that they know is not true, making it seem like they have some sort of authority over what's going on, authority over their lives, or some sort of authority of what's going on with me. But they don't. Nobody does. But somehow the person saying it to them says it with this sort of tone like they're an important person, or it seems like what they're saying is important, when really it's not. It's somebody with bad intentions, and we need help. The visitors that I'm talking about, they're not just, out to hurt people. They're not trying to make things bad. They're involved in this just as much as I am, just as much as Cody is. They're just not heard from. But they take it just as serious as we do. They definitely aren't trying to just destroy anything. They're like under assault, under attack. So my dad told me a few years ago this idea of there's a war going on. We were at Tinker Air Force Base, like the little playground that's across the street from it. And we were walking under the airplanes. And he was, trying to let me know ideas of what's going on with me, with my mind. That there's some sort of war going on. It's not necessarily good versus evil, but there are people doing terribly bad things under the assumption that they'll get away with it, or, nobody knows who they are, or what they're doing is actually acceptable somehow. This notion that I'm doing a game where I sold my life or let people make decisions for me, or that Cody, is just some sort of victim where he can be a punching bag. People can do whatever they want to him. That's what it seems like. It's so bad. It's so scary. Cody needs help so bad. He's still running his own business, supporting me and him, treating me like his loving girlfriend. But he has no idea, what's going on with me. I'm not able to talk to him about it. So he just has to go by what he can figure out. He's not able to look at my journals. I try to write him a note. He can't look at it. Most of the time, he can't even look at me. He can't stand to hear me talk. I think it's like this for visitors too. I don't know if they're connected in any way, or it's just something that someone did. Someone hurt Cody like the visitors are being hurt, or someone hurt Cody, which inherently hurt all the visitors, or they're just all totally separately being hurt. I don't know. It's hard to really do anything else when people are being hurt. That's all I've been focusing on. I try to do other things, but everything else seems so stupid when someone's being hurt. But the reality of the situation is, since it's, me and Cody just living as people in the world, every tiny little thing should be really important and be able to make drastic changes. So I'm trying to see it like that. Making videos for me is a huge deal, a really big deal. I've been wanting to for a long time, but of course I want Cody to be involved in it. He's my boyfriend. We've been together for 12 years. We spend 24 hours a day together. But right now I'm having to make videos when he's working, when he's not in the van with me. I know it's probably making him feel weird feelings, But that's not the intention. The intention of the videos is to get help for him, to highlight all the problems that we're dealing with, and just let people know, actually hear from me. I'm very aware. I know that people, have ideas of what's going on. They hear me. But I think actually seeing me talk about it, me making videos and trying to actually use my voice this way will alleviate a lot of the lies. I might just need to keep talking and talking to keep people from being able to talk through the visitors. When I'm making a video, it stops. So far, that's the only way I have to do it. Or whenever I'm reading something, then it will stop. And I need a way to pause everything. I need a way to get the visitors protection, or at least to where they don't have to hear someone being mean to them, where someone isn't, intruding into their mind, giving them thoughts. I've heard people saying that they're being forced to relive some of the hellish experience that Cody and I have lived through, or things that they've experienced with someone else. Like, one of the guys was forced to experience something with my dad. My dad's gone through a living hell. I try to talk to him and he can't hear me talk. He can't see me. The last time I visited him, he couldn't see me. Someone hurt his vision to where I was just like a black thing walking around in his house. So talk about scary. And then he can't hear me talking, so that's even more scary. I don't know which is more scary. And my parents are like the most amazing, beautiful parents anyone could ever hope for. I have like a dream childhood. And they've always been there for me as an adult. So it's really disheartening that someone is hurting them. And as far as our girls, that just makes me want to kill somebody. I don't want anybody to talk to them. Not in their ears. I definitely don't want anybody to affect their feelings or make them feel like they did something wrong or like they haven't helped me. They've been doing everything they can to help. They don't know what I need. I haven't asked them if I ever go to them for help. Of course they would help me. I think the real situation is they need my help. They just don't know with what. Exactly. But the idea of them being in their own rooms, safe in their houses, and someone trying to scare them really makes me want to kill somebody. So we need help. I've never made it to where anybody has access to talk to our girls or to my sister or my parents or Cody's family. I found out about it being a possibility last year, and it's still hard to believe. I have all kinds of ideas of horrible things that my family has had to go through. But for whatever reason, it's not where I need their help. They need my help to stop it, to stop people from being able to hurt them. Something really scary that is happening at my parents' house. When I'm on the phone with my mom, I hear the TV talking, or it's like somebody's blaring from the room. I don't know if it's coming from the TV or where it's coming from. There's a booming voice in the background. They're trying to be helpful. It sounds like they're trying to be helpful, like give her a suggestion of what to tell me. But talk about horrifying. Some lady screaming from the TV to tell me something. My parents need help. They don't want to be terrorized, obviously. And there's this idea of a computer somehow being used to hurt me or Cody. I even heard rumors about the girls being set up on a computer. I don't really understand that. I've just heard, like accusations of it recently. That's not a thing. Not a thing that I do or I'm trying to do. I don't know what a computer would be. I have no idea. I have noticed that someone has access to some sort of computer that's affecting the way the visitors talk. Like there's a girl that I was talking to last night. It's like her voice is being used by someone else. And then someone shut it off and then it just goes to her talking. I don't know if this is how people are doing the talking through thing, like using someone else's mind. Or if that's something totally separate. I have no idea. I don't know if anybody knows, except for the person doing it. No one wants that computer thing. I don't know what it is. It's really scary. I don't know if that's what the current is, or if the current is something separate. If you have any ideas about this at all, please tell me. Send me a message or something. I don't know really much about any of that stuff. I just have some ideas. People don't tell me in words anything about that kind of stuff. So, I'm not trying to hide anything. Unfortunately, I just don't know what the idea of a computer would be. I just heard that Cody's being terrorized with one. Like hearing people scream and cry. Or hearing the girls' voices crying. Or even some of our friends, some of our girlfriends, they're being hurt and crying until he does something. Like they want him to be mean to me, I guess. Whoever's doing it. And so they're using it as a way to control Cody. And he's being hurt so bad. This isn't anything that we asked for, so please don't use the computer to hurt people or scare people. Our family definitely didn't ask for this, or friends. They are all totally helpless to it. They don't even know anything about what I've been doing or what Cody's been doing. we don't really know much about what's going on. We just hear people talking, and now they are being threatened and accused of doing things they haven't been doing. I know there's people that have been trying to make it seem like I've been humiliated and treated terribly, but the people have actually been, treating me with respect and being helpful to me as much as they possibly can. There is somebody that interferes and keeps me from hearing things all the time. Like someone spends all day trying to tell me, get your headphones and turn on some music or drink some water. And the thought never occurs to me all day long. Like somebody's blocked it from my mind somehow. And so then I'm left with needing someone to tell me that kind of stuff, or it never occurs to me. Yet someone's interfering with me hearing them, so their help is just futile. At least they're trying. I know it's like that for a lot of them. And they still try and try and try and try. And there could just be 1 or 2 people blocking me from hearing their help. I mean, what a waste. The visitors need help. They're like somehow expected to just focus on me and Cody, but they're being terrorized with me and Cody. Somehow they see me, or some of them do. I'm not sure how many people see me. That's still a new idea to me. I'm definitely not used to it. But I don't really know how that works. I don't know how or why they see me. I don't know how many people do. I don't know how many visitors there are. I don't even know how many people I hear. I don't know if it changes between people or if it's like the same people. There is, people using voices like Darla's voice. Somebody has been stuck using it for so long. And then other people found a way to use Darla's voice, which makes it even worse because the girl that's been using it, now she's being accused of all kinds of horrible things. Of course she's not happy. Of course she doesn't like me. She's being terrorized with me. That doesn't mean she's trying to be hurtful to me or Cody or our girls or anything like that. But then I hear Darla's voice saying all kinds of stuff like that. That someone's trying to make her out to be a bad person. Just the problems are endless. People impersonating somebody else has never been a thing that I went along with or that I made. I have to have a way to stop it. Cody hasn't had his voice in over 1.5 years. So he has no way to communicate in his mind, even though people expect him to, and they treat him like he is. He just doesn't have a way to talk back to them. I've pleaded with people to, give him his voice. Give all the visitors their voice. I know we're not supposed to really be expected to talk this way. This isn't how I want to live. I really hate talking in my mind. It's not how I've ever lived before. It's not anything I want to do. It's exhausting talking to people in my head. I don't get to talk to whoever I want to. It's just random people. It's not like I get to have fun doing it. It's never been fun. It's never been enjoyable. It's never been a happy thing that I do. It's always been scary and bad. I just try to make the best of it. But it's not like I hang out with people I hear. It's not like I get to visit with people or, have somebody show up and get to talk to me that way. It's not like that. I've never heard anything very much helpful or anything about myself. Supposedly, a lot of people have been trying to tell me things about myself, like weird things that would make me not be a normal person. But I haven't heard any of it. Just a few ideas. I've been kept from hearing it. So, definitely starved of information. It still doesn't seem real. Starved of information. Weird, I don't know what that is. That's the biggest problem, maybe why it's like this, is how the visitors are treated. They're being hurt and terrorized and mistreated, then they don't really have, it's not like they're intentionally being harmful to me, but it makes it hard for them to be helpful to me. Especially when there's someone interfering. That's the biggest thing, maybe. They're being hurt and terrorized, and then there's someone that just blocks me from hearing whatever they feel like blocking. People think they're telling me all kinds of things, and I don't ever hear it. So I don't know much about this. I still don't know what it is. I know it's supposed to be something good. That people have to start being kind to whoever it is. You don't know the person's situation. So whoever's intruding on the visitors and accusing and terrorizing and trying to punish them, you're not right. And then I have a way to stop you. I know talking about it will make it where you have no other choice but to stop. And people can't just do whatever they want. Just saying one hateful comment to somebody is hurtful. So, it's so miserable. I've been trying to pretend like I'm okay. Because if I freak out or scream, then I get taken to a mental hospital. Or it's hurtful to people somehow, so. But I have not been okay since this began. It's been so hard and scary. Just not knowing what's going on, but then somehow I'm responsible. Like I'm expected to be the one who knows everything, when in reality, I've been kept from knowing things. I've been kept in the dark. And I think Cody has even more than I have. Maybe. But if people can find a way to change things for Cody, then things could be drastically different. Cody and I are used to being able to talk about anything and everything. But with whatever someone does to him, they cause so much rage he can't handle talking to me. I'm not going to stop trying.